if you've been following my channel, you have noticed that in some of my videos I've been using a piece of tech that's a little bit odd, a little bit strange, and I'm talking about the most fun business investment I've ever made. It's the SUBPAC, and the SUBPAC is actually kind of a portable subwoofer. It's strapped to your back like a backpack, hence the name, the SUBPAC. And there are two subwoofer drivers in there that will actually, via bone conducting, will give you the sensation that you're in an environment with lots of bass. When you play music through the SUBPAC with your headphones on or on a system, you will have this feeling of bass hitting your body. And although you have the backpack on your back, you have the feeling that the bass will hit you in the chest. When I'm doing some of my live sets and rehearsals, I tend to use this SUBPAC because it provides me, without disturbing the neighbors too much, provides me with a lot of feedback from the low frequencies in my music. And also when producing music, it lets you feel those frequencies that otherwise are very hard to get control over. So the bass and kick relation, that's very difficult to get that bass and kick balance right in the mix, and the SUBPAC is amazing to use when checking your mixes if the bass and the kick are working well together and if all the bass frequencies are very transparent, and to check if the bass frequencies are not too muddy. There's a newer version out there for the moment, but I would say let's watch me unbox the SUBPAC and see what's inside. So I've got the SUBPAC over here. So the M2x is the backpack and the S2 is the one that you put in your chair. Let me unbox it, this M2x. So I think the M stands for mobile, but I'm not entirely sure, so it doesn't matter. This is the one that you can put on, and you can also put it on and lean in your chair. That's not too much of a problem. So let's unbox it. Here we go. I hope the camera picks this up well. So we got the very futuristic looking SUBPAC. Let me first put this SUBPAC and the box like this. So there's a little box inside with some straps, the power brick and the audio cable, and then some, let me see, some power cords. I need to use this one, and a little bit of documentation. Let me put that aside. So the warranty note, so we got a quick start guide with how you charge it, the intensity of the SUBPAC, the wired audio source, headphones, and the Bluetooth audio source, because this works over Bluetooth. Of course, with a little bit of a delay. And then let's have a look at this nice SUBPAC. So we've got the little box that's dangling off of the SUBPAC with the power, volume to watch if the battery is good or bad, line in, headphones in, and a light if the Bluetooth is connected. And then on the back you've got the room for the power plug. So this is the SUBPAC, and it has like this magnetic clip, those two shoulder straps, and two other straps that make it fit well with your body. You feel a little bit of a spine here because the SUBPAC works with what's called bone conducting. It makes contact with your spine, and the vibrations, they will give you a sensation. You even hear the bass frequencies because of the bone conducting, but you of course feel them very well. It's extremely nice made. It's not cheap, it's an investment, but the joy I got out of this, of just feeling the music and being actually just at home and feeling like in a discotheque, like a club with a big sound system, that's actually, in my opinion, quite valuable. Especially when you make electronic music with hard-hitting kicks and bass. So we got the SUBPAC, and I've also got kind of a cord. Let me see how to attach this. Like this, it gets attached, and then you can actually slide that right in there, and then it goes the whole way around. Can disconnect it very easily, and then this I tend to keep it this way. So yeah, the SUBPAC is an extremely valuable tool for music production, for listening to music, and also gaming. Just imagine when you're playing a first-person game and you're shooting a gun or shotgun or a railgun or whatever. When you're shooting, or even when you're running or climbing, you feel the feedback of those low frequencies. When you get hit, you really almost get hit in real life because it feels very powerful. It won't hurt you, of course, but you really got that sensation, that feedback. So the immersion is amazing. Not many of these tech devices can make me happy, but this is certainly one of them. When I put my headphones on and the SUBPAC, or even when I listen to my speakers and the SUBPAC, that just instantly puts a smile onto my face, because you become one with the music and you get this this extra dimension which you can only get like in a club. A club has its own charms, but when you're listening at home and you want that same feeling without totally destroying your sound system or your relationship with your neighbors, then this is an amazing device. It looks cool, it looks a little bit weird, but still very cool, and it works, in my opinion, wonders. One thing I must mention, that it really is sensitive, that when you put it on, and the amount of pressure against your back will also determine the feedback you get from the SUBPAC. So if you're a little bit moving too much, the intensity will change a bit. So for music production, if you're only relying onto the SUBPAC, I wouldn't recommend relying on this solely. or you have to kind of have like a calibrated setup where you always make sure you have the same pressure against your back. So kind of a sitting position where your back is against the chair in the same way. Then it's reliable. If you're moving around and if you're changing position, the sound will also change. So it's a little bit sensitive in my opinion, which is normal because it works via bone conducting, and when there's less bone conducting, when the pressure is less, there's less feedback from the SUBPAC itself, but you need to take that in mind because the bass will lower when you sit in a different position, because one thing, the straps are good to keep it in your position, but the pressure against your back can vary a little bit when you move around. So for live use and even for bass guitar players that want feedback on stage, it's very nice to have as kind of feedback for what you're doing. But keep in mind, if you're really mixing and mastering on this device, it's good for a check, but it's not, I would say, sufficient if you only use this and totally rely upon the loudness you feel, the feedback you feel of the bass. It's good, but I would always double check before really outputting some mastered music. So yeah, I would say thank you for watching, and have you not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. Give this video a thumbs up. If you have a SUBPAC N experience with the SUBPAC, please let me know in the comment section down below. Or if you really want a SUBPAC and are interested, also leave your comment in the comment section down below. And I would say have a very nice day and hopefully see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.